Hey guys, how you doing? Okay, let's do this thing. I have a game I played. It's with the French advanced variation. I thought about going over a couple of my games, which would be kind of fun. It's a really interesting game. Either the advanced, and we just played the stable lines. See, if the knight goes to either here or there, then you take, because then it doesn't have this point to go to. So like when you move there, you just take there. Then you take, and then you bring your knight in. And your idea is to go knight f5, queen b6, and potentially bishop b4 with a mega attack to follow, and then castles, and of course you bring the rooks in. So bishop d3, bishop, queen, because I really can't play here at this moment because of the bishop would take my knight, fracturing my pawns. So castle's there, and I took. I think that's right. Yeah, I take. He takes. And I kind of left my knight in a bad thing. I should have played knight here, or back here, which is better. This would have actually been a better move because of the protection. When it takes, then I take back, and if he plays here, at that point you can actually take. He takes, and his pawns are fractured here, pawns are fractured there, bishop up, and now you're battering that. If he plays here, you take bishop takes, rook takes, and then now you're forking these two pawns. So you're really good at this point. So that wasn't the best move. And so now I'm setting up for a discovery. To hold on to my knight, that's my goal, my bishops. And this pins the knight, so it goes c2, bishop takes, knight takes, and now I'm bringing my king in. This dominates the knight, so that's kind of why I'm able to bring my king into the fight. And then I win a whole piece, and at this point he resigned. Because it's funny, I moved my king all the way around. I was going to win this pawn and queen, so don't ever give up. Now this one's really interesting. It was a 10 move, and my opponent made an inaccurate move, and he resigned after the inaccurate move. d4, d5, bishop f4, knight f6, e3, c5, knight f3. There's also c3, then knight f3. So it depends on what you want. Because I'm wondering if he takes here, I want to be able to take back, and I have a knight here, and so if he tries queen there, it's not looking too good. So we might have to. Hey. Yeah. You could actually play there if need be. But he didn't play that. He played c5, knight f3, knight c6, c3, bishop g5, knight bd2, e6, bishop d3 with a potential bishop c5 and knight, and I can also with a kicker I can kick him out with h3. So there's a whole bunch. Brought back queen c2, e5, and this is actually the line that you should play. Then you play back here, he takes, and then now you have you can actually cement if you want, but I wouldn't do that. More likely you would play probably either trying to think what would be good for black here. Maybe knight here and then in there. Well, then you actually have here, so bishop takes, king takes, and you got a sensitive point with here, and then it's all over. But so he played there. When he played there, this actually you have to play here first, and he played knight there. And first and foremost, you take the bishop. Then he cements there. Then you go queen. Now you're attacking here. So knight takes, pawn takes, pawn. If pawn takes here, you take there, and if bishop takes, pawn takes. Actually, I like knight takes better than pawn, so let's get rid of that. That's and then if he plays here, you can actually take with the king, which then allows your rooks to double, and then you can really wreak havoc. So, but then we'll do some puzzles now. Let's start on to our puzzles. Just wanted to show you a couple of my games. They're not perfect, but you know what? They're an example of how you can recover and still do good. We're getting better, but slowly. So you have to just constantly continue to slowly improve. All right. Wow, there's a fork there. Okay, you can put it in. This looks tempting. That actually looks very tempting now that I think about it. Takes there, let's see the okay. So he did the ready. Okay. So he did the Queen's Gambit. You must be white in this one then. Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, I forgot about. So used to having the engine on, I don't really even notice the engine anymore. It's just, it's a habit, so I have to remember to turn it off. Because I try to think for myself rather than the engine until I have to come back to it. Let's see here. Okay. Trying to see what a good idea is. Let's see if we take. Let's see if you took here, then you took there. If you took there, then you took there. and queen takes. Maybe we have bishop there. That's interesting. I was just thinking about trading off a side pawn for a center pawn is always beneficial for your position. Yeah. Central control is... oh, he can't take with the queen. My bad there. Yikes. So, yeah, so we have to get rid of that. So you'd have to take with the pawn. That would have been not nice. I don't like that. Just realized that. It's like, whoa, thank you very much. I appreciate all that. Let's see here. Well, then you actually have, you can play b5. I know this sounds different. Let's see. Let's get that out. b5, pawn takes b5, knight takes b5. Then you have a knight in here, knight there, knight there. You're outposted at this moment. Okay. I was just taking a look because d5 for black looked a little premature, so I just wanted to see what the consequences that we could have punished our not punished, but I mean taken advantage of his energy and used it against him. Because you're not really punishing, you're using his aggression against him. That's actually what you're able to do. Like, this was an aggressive move right here, d5. So how can we defeat, attack him with aggression? What if it takes? I thought, oh, knight take. Okay, so if takes here, knight fd2, knight fd2. If queen takes d2, we got bishop c5, and let me see here. And if queen there, which would be a mistake, we play there. He takes here. Now we have a pin there and an attack here, and potentially later on we can play after takes, and then we double up here. So I don't think he's going to play his queen there. So let's redo the queen move. If he plays all the way back, then we play there anyways, and now we have a double attack on this piece here. Yeah, it's just you have to always look for, and his structure is pretty wrecked if you want to think about it. We do have an isolated pawn, but you know what? Ooh, this rook makes up for it. Your queen's active, your bishop's active, your knight's active. So you're actually pretty strong. Okay. a5. Wow, he's put his knight on an awkward square for sure. I kind of see what your idea is to do that. I am kind of liking, I know this sounds odd, but I'm liking actually that. I'm liking that pretty much. I know it gives up the b3 square, but now you have a cemented pawn. To stop knight c4. Well, I'm not really worried about knight c4 because if he takes there, then you actually have the ability of playing knight, and if I know what you're thinking, if he takes there, what about that? You know, well, this is still. I know you're thinking, whoa, can't he just play there? Yeah, but and there. Well, then you have that, and I think you're gonna win the pawn. Potentially, maybe that's actually best now that we consider this, and then you have that there. And if he tries something like this, it is kind of a crazy idea for sure. But I think we're still good because of how awkward his structure of pawns are. And we always have with a push there, so yeah. Let me see here. Do we have to actually take here? Could we actually cement his structure? Let's cement this line here. That if takes, we have knight takes. Rook comes over. Maybe not. Maybe queen not there. Oops, my bad. Get the queen out of there. Delete that. Huh. Maybe there and then here. That might be. Yeah, I was just trying to see if there's, because we have an outpost now, and this is like really huge for us. So maybe he could play something like that, but then we have there, and those two pieces are hanging, so I don't think he would do that. First he could take there. Then we'd have to take back. He would have to move his rook, we'll say here. He's up a whole piece in that scenario, so you got to be careful with. So I see what your idea kind of is, to kind of make this a weakness. But I was just trying to see if we couldn't outpost a knight there. With the bishop on c6, it's kind of almost close to impossible. You'd have to go d4. So that's kind of why I played d4 right away, is for this potential. Even if he plays there, we could play bishop and something like that. And queen takes, and but we gave up our most active bishop, so we don't really want to do that. Let's see, knight. Oh, okay, interesting. I'm surprised he didn't take here and fracture that. Because then he could always play queen there, aim in there. Yeah. Oh, you're thinking c5 at that point. Okay, c5. Not bad. We have knight, knight takes, bishop takes, pawn takes. I mean not pawn takes, rook takes. Potential. This is weak now. So later on you can have something similar to, so you'd probably have to play something like that to actually kind of stop anything. So I don't know, that is an interesting idea. So you did move there, that is good, okay. I kind of like that move right now. That's actually very attacking. He'd have to retreat back. Then you could play bishop d2, threatening. And then also, yeah, now you have your bishop here, rook here, so debatable if it's good or not. It shuts down this whole and if he tries something like that, that's actually really bad because of there, yeah. Oh, A? That is interesting. I do like that. Nice. Yeah, so he'd have to move. Whoa. What do we do here? Wow. That's actually winning. This actually wins a piece, yeah. This wins a piece. I don't really see any counterplay to that. He could try trading that off, then takes, but this is still a threat. You still have there. I think that's actually really strong at this point. Because if, like, maybe not. Maybe now that I think about it, that might save everything. No, then you have a fork of the rooks, so rook and bishop. So if play there, you can actually play there, and then if knight takes, I don't know. I don't know if that's such a good. Hey, how you doing? Well, C8 is actually losing. It loses to D4. D4 it loses. Because then you can actually play there and you win. Yeah. That's actually devastating. That was a really nice move that you found with that. Rook to, I mean, bishop a4, a3 is, in my opinion, bone crunching of his position. That really takes advantage of every piece of the board. What's wrong with e8? True. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I must have missed that, huh? Oh, it's a game that Fox played, and yeah, we're just looking at lines because we're taking advantage of this pin here. But I, for some reason, thought that he couldn't move it, but I guess he could in that move sequence. Let's see. Bishop takes knight. Pawn takes. Can't play there because you lose that pawn, so c4 is out of the question. So he'd probably have to bring a rook. Well, in this line, you can actually attack the... that is interesting. Yeah, I was just looking to... This gives you at least more play in the game. Yeah. No, we were just looking at this line here. When he played there, if bishop a3 actually is just very problematic, it is. So more solid of defense. The only reason is I don't like this is very cramping of your position. This is your most freeing move. You always have to think of freedom with your pieces, especially when your pawns are starting to go more dark square. You want to try to get your dark square bishop outside the chain, and a3 is actually the best for your bishop. That cements your knight. Okay, so now he's trying to put some pressure here with d4. You do potentially have a Simon Williams idea of bishop e1, then you could play f3, and then bishop to g3, which takes advantage of this long diagonal. So it could go like this after this pawn's pushed. e4. I don't know. This is kind of very scary because you're now going to have to move your knight. Yeah, this is scary. That move scares me. This move. I'd probably play. Let me see here. Maybe queen over here, if anything. Yeah. If played there, I think we're still... Well, I don't know if we could play there. Let me see. Yikes. We are kind of stuck, so maybe that is a bad... Yeah, bishop a2 is bad. So let's try... Maybe if we play d4, that might actually be better. So, and there, and here. Yeah. I think d4 is better. Because that shuts down. That also potentially gives you an outpost. Yeah, it's really odd. Isn't it interesting the giving your opponent any chance of life? I believe there was a game. I'm not exactly sure who played it, but it was a Maurice Ashley tape. He did what grandmasters don't see. Actually, I think it was what grandmasters do see. I forgot the name of the DVD, but he showed how one of the players welcomed the attack, and he played like what we were saying. He played d4, something similar to this, to actually welcome it. In some scenarios, allowing e4, allowing this to happen, potentially is a good idea. Some ideas are based around giving your opponent something so that you can take from them everything. So just always keep that in mind, that can you give your opponent enough room to make a mistake? That's kind of what you want to do. Give your opponent enough room to make a mistake, and then therefore you emphasize. They either get lax, which means they, of course you guys know what lax is. they get complacent. I'll just say that, and then they start making null moves, and you then can build. You can start taking away their advantage, and eventually, maybe in a lost position, a draw. So, don't ever give up. Okie dokie, let's see what we got here. Okay, that's kind of the only move that you could play. Because if you played here, that loses actually a pawn. But maybe potentially it might have been a better idea. So then you'd have to go back and maybe takes, bishop takes. You do somewhat have a pin there. If he takes there, takes, queen takes, rook takes, rook takes. You have rook to h1. Knight moves, takes, and I think we're equal here. He's got a bet. No, he's got one more pawn than we do, but it's not going anywhere. So I think we'd still be good if we moved there. As insane as it looks, that's kind of the best. Because I think he can, if I'm not mistaken. No, he can't take there, because you can take there. Let's see. Oh, he takes the pawn here. Okay. Yeah, you're forced to play queen b2. That's actually force. Knight takes d2. Queen takes. Could we actually play... Okay, I kind of see why. Bishop there. Rook over, rook takes. Okay. Even though you're down a pawn, you still got... His pawn really can't move the extra one, because this one keeps this one a backward pawn. He would actually have to go f5 and then e4 to break the center. Let's see. Hold on, let me see. Knight takes e4. Oh, true. I think you can jam a knight in there. And if he takes there, then you could take with the rook. I think you'd still be fine here. Yeah, I think we'd... Actually, wait a second. Oh, drat. Too bad there's bishop here. I was going to go drat. If this bishop wasn't here, there'd be a sweet tactic of queen takes rook, queen takes, knight check. But this bishop's here. Snap. That's very painful. If only this bishop wasn't here, we can have a sweet tactic. Yeah. I think that's probably best. We'll get rid of a2, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure. It's, you know what, Jeremy Silman says that you can actually learn from any player, so. Okay, there. I'm trying to see what potentially would be. I'm kind of liking that there because of. And if he plays here, we can actually take. Not, you know what? It shows you discoveries are huge, so you have to be careful with with your discoveries. I believe that probably would have been the best idea. And when he pushed here, so I'm not. This still would have lost. Even if he takes there, you can play rook takes, and if he plays here, so you probably wouldn't want to play. Probably bishop takes, but I like this best. He does have that though, so if he takes here, we take here, takes here, queen takes, bishop takes, queen takes there, takes there, he takes there. Yeah, we're down material. So we'd basically have to play here, 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 oops, here, and we'd still be down material. Well, we just, at this point, have to move our queen, and, well, I guess we'd have to suffer. Well, he can't play there because of this. He can't play here because of that. Sometimes you have to give him what you want. They're not, you know what, don't ever think they're terrible, because, you know what, it's all about learning. That's the one thing. Yes, don't worry. Let's see here. That was actually a really good game. A lot of tactical nuances in it. Oh, you got a game? Well, let's take a look. So is this one of your games? Wow, he's really, whoever played moved up pretty good in that one. Still good. Okay. You did great then. Good job. Okay, so you're doing Alekine's defense? Yeah, he plays there, and then you go. The whole idea about Alekine's defense is you're taking. He's making you overextend your pawns so that at the right time he can attack them. So this knight is making you overextend the pawns. That's what they're. It's actually. I can't believe he played. This is actually the correct move. Yeah, I think he is. He's white. This is actually the move. That's how it undermines the structure. Because what you're trying to do is you want to get your knight C6, and this is a way kind of to take advantage of it. Also, it gets your bishop out. It gives your bishop flight squares. Kind of very passive. If some people don't like to play this, they want to play actually E5, which gives you time enough to cement your structure. I've actually seen where players have played B3, they check, they played bishop takes, knight takes, and then they break out with D5. When I used to play Alekhine, I would actually lock down with C5, and then I'd play more on the king side, because I really like the king side attack, because the majority of the time they're going to castle, and so then you can actually play F4. This takes advantage. Oh, sorry, he can't castle. My bad. Take that castle out. He's got to move his knight, so he moves there. Then now you can play F4. He castles. Let me see. What did I haven't played Alekhine in a while. I played bishop. This is what I usually kind of play. And then he brings his knight to undermine that structure. So maybe queen out first is the move that I'm looking for. Yeah. And then he plays there. That's right. Then I play here because that's right. D3 is you do that one later after you cement the here. Then he'll try to take advantage of your attack here, and that's when you play bishop D3. He plays here to attack, and then what you do is you play queen H6, and he tries rook to sorry, for a second there, like rook E8. You play knight to, because you don't mind surrendering this because you're attacking here. Knight G5, and then he'll play knight to guard. And then at the right moment you play H4. You let him have this so that you can undermine that structure. And then if he takes here, you take there. And he really can't take here. Well, I guess he could. Maybe, let me see. I haven't played the Alekhine in a while. I know you play there to defend. I think you, if I'm not mistaken, I think you actually castle here. I'm trying to remember. I haven't played it in so long because you have to play there to get your rook over. So, like if he tries here, boy, it's been so long since I've played the Alekhine opening. I don't remember a lot of it, but you get a structure like this, and the whole basis is he's attacking your d4 pawn, and that's what you have to stay onto. He's trying to make you be passive. So okay, let's see. There. So he did play there. All right. Okay, so d5. I better turn off the engine so that it doesn't distract us. There we go. Because we want to be able to think. Hey, you did great. This is actually, you know what? You're playing a very classical opening. The Alekhine has been played for a long time, so it's not a bad opening for white. You just have to know your lines, because if you don't know your lines in the Alekhine, you'll get hurt pretty bad in that type of scenario, because their whole goal is to undermine these two pawns. So that's kind of why they said to take here. And then at the right moment, you can actually play, let me see here, I think it's bishop. You want to play bishop, and then, let's see, queen comes out attacking here. Oops, my bad. The bishop's here. So it must be, Yeah, that's it. D5 takes. Bishop takes. Now you're eyeing there. And if he has to be careful because of that, and then you also have there. Yeah, that's the danger of Alekhine. If they can open the center, they have their bishops that are like ultimate snipers. That's actually not a bad move that you played there. That's actually pretty good. That's a really good move. This does it cements the pawn structure so that it's stuck like this. His bishop is horrible. Let's see, play knight c6. Huh. Did you bishop? I believe bishop d3 is best. D2 is best in this scenario, because then that allows you to move your knight. So you have a nice little pocket right here that's going to cause misery forever on your opponent. And if he takes here, then you take with your bishop, and you have this bishop dominated. I mean, not knight dominated. So you're good. Yeah, exactly. I agree. Should have pushed his center pawn. So if they don't push their center pawn and you can lock it up like this, go for the squeeze. You don't want to trade pieces either. In this scenario, you want to tighten the noose, as they would say. I don't mean to be kind of, too violent there, but you kind of got to just slowly, as a boa constrictor, just slowly squeeze, and then eventually you'll get them. Maybe this is best. No, that allows there. I don't think well, let me see. There. Huh. There it comes up. Well, knight comes, the bishop takes. Then you have check. If knight can't take there, knight can't take here. Let's see. He's kind of stuck. He'll probably try to play there. And here to cement the knight. Or maybe, no, drat, I don't have a queen. It'd be lovely to have a queen here and then have that. So, wow, he's in such a cramped position. Yeah, this pawn here is a headache for him. As crazy as that looks, I believe that actually wins. So you'd probably at this point have to retreat the bishop back. Or why not just play there? Huh. Not bad. Huh. Yeah, h5. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Wow, you got a pretty good bind on this guy. I mean, on this player. I have no. He's probably gonna have to play like knight, something like that. But then you do that, and if he takes there, you can take there. gonna have to play that, and then you play there. And the clamp starts, yeah. Oh no, it's not a mistake. No, there's never a mistake. See, you have to understand. In chess, there's not mistakes. There's just moves that take away your advantage. I don't like when they say mistakes because it's not a mistake. It's a move that takes away your advantage, and that's all it is. Mistakes really make the moves that you want to learn from really, it just makes it not fun. So if you think of a move that kind of doesn't work and is kind of not too good as a move that takes away your advantage, then you'll go back to that point and find out what would have been a better move that would have given me an advantage. That's how when I make moves like that, that's what I do. I tell myself, it's not a mistake. Well, how could I have done a better move? Let's see, 90 there. Okay, perfect. Queen, nice. So you're going in for the clamp. I like these. I like when we get a bishop here. He has to play there, then you can win. Oh, nice. You're honing on F6 is a very good move. Oh, nice, even better. That's that. Yeah, he just moved into a problematic spot. Trying to see if I can't take advantage of. Nice. That's a nice move, yeah. Yeah, you gotta love the trapping of the queen. That's why I love bishop g5. It's like so sweet. Even if he plays there, you have maybe better is actually pawn, but I'm not sure. Well, yeah, that actually is a really strong move. It trapped his queen, so he's gonna have to play there. And wow, his queen's even trapped. Yeah. So probably, wow. This move right here is resignation right there. That move is a resign. That's a resigning move. Man, that's so sweet. Yeah, the reason what you're doing in this move is any move he moves, you're just going to take with the pawn. See, I was wrong about taking with the knight. This actually is most forcing. And potentially, well, actually any move he plays is losing now. Because if he plays here, you play there, and you win the queen. Dang. Who'd have thunk? See, I didn't even see the bishop g5. I had to step back for a second and just think what would be a good move. Tells you cramping positions, like when you've got this in, it's like he's toast at that. I mean, your opponent is toast at this point because I don't think there's anything he could do. If he plays there, we take. And yeah, exactly. This is the thing that your pawn on d6. This lone war soldier. Actually, he was protected by his brother, but this soldier that was out there going, I can do it. He had a friend that was supporting him just in case he needed help. That was a good game. Very good game. It, if I was to give it a name, it'd be more of a cramping game. It shows how you can really squeeze until it's all over. And then even sweeter if he tries that, then you have something like this. Let me see if we got that. Here, you have that. And if he plays there, let me see. Maybe that isn't the best. I was trying to figure out if you want to take there. Probably just taking here is best. Because then you're now threatening to queen. Just trying to see what his possible resources are. Because I've had players, guys, over the board that play to the last piece. They don't have any king. They just have a king on the board. And you gotta mate them. So you have to kind of get an idea. So more likely, I'd play queen there, and if king here, knight check. And if here, then he'd have to intercept there, and you go okay. Okay. Let's see what the engine says. That's always good to. We gave it our best. Now let's see what we can learn from. Let's see if this move is the correct move. Oh, it likes knight. Interesting. Knight g5. Huh. What's wrong with that? But then you can take. Okay. I'd probably play here. Yeah, I was right. Wow. Boom, baby. Okay. So g5 is what it likes. He played a blunder move. Yeah, it only moves that, and then you win the queen. Brutal. This is brutality. Oh. Ouch. That's just brutal. Oh. Ouch. That just hurts. Remember, that's a good move, but oh man alive, that's not fun. Is there any move? Let's say he moves here. Okay. I think this is even mate. Yeah. Wow. So we'll get rid of that. That's just so sweet. You gotta love a move like that. You gotta love it when a plan comes together. That was a nice game. Good job. Great game. That was a great game. So, one sec, I'll be right back. If you guys have any other games that you want to do, just put it in, and I'll be right back. I'm thinking that it's knight takes here. Knight takes d4, yeah. The only problem is I think he's got that. Well, let's see, if we move our king, can't he just take that point? Oh, wait a second, my bad. He can just, okay, yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, he can't, he can't take because of, yeah, this pin here. I forgot about that, yeah. Yeah. Wow, we can't do that, my bad, because he'll actually snap that off. Ouch. Yeah, that's not fun. I don't know. I'm trying to see, because if we do that, he can just actually take at that point. I'm trying to see if we can't get away with if we can't get away with G F3. Oh, wait a second. What am I thinking? We can play this. That's silly of me, because even if he takes here, we take there, and we can take back here after he moves. That's silly of me. Because this knight guards the queen. So after here, if there, we take here. If here, we take there. And if takes here, we actually we can check here, and then if the king moves there, let's say there, we bring our we bring our other rook here, and we've won. Rook e4. Thinking that's the best. I think that is it. It's the only move that gives us let's see, here, there. What do you guys think? Because we have protection on the queen. That's all I could think of. Hey, how you doing? That's good to hear. So that's all really I can see, because he's gonna try to win one of these. Yeah, 1 second. So that for that. That for that. That for that. So let's see, what do we got left on the board? We'll just say that. We have that's what's left on the board. So I think he's up material at this point. Rook A4. I'm wondering, that's what I was wondering if it isn't. I'm wondering if it isn't just that. I think we win material here. If it comes up here, hey, how you doing? Let's see. I don't really see any continuation though after that though. Well, I guess we potentially have. That's what I'm wondering. But yeah. Boy, this is a tough one. Yeah, the only problem with that is he can actually take here. If we play that, he could take there. Yeah, not a problem. Hey, you know what? We're learning. We just have to always keep an eye on what we got. So I was thinking there, remember we talked about here, here, and there. And if we take here, it's basically beneficial for black at this point. I mean white at this point, so I'm sure it has to be that. Yeah. That's the only move that has any practical idea behind it. I'm surprised though that he didn't move his. Why doesn't he just move up here? What are we missing? Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, I can't believe I missed that. That's a cincher. Huh. Up a whole piece in that. Sweet. Let's find out. Let's find the next one. Oh, you want to look at that? Okay. Hmm. Oops. I guess that is the only move. Huh. Yeah, that was an interesting one for sure. Okay, let's see what I got here. Trying to see if that isn't anything. He plays here, we play there, and basically we're winning because he plays there. We actually, maybe I'm missing something here. Last puzzle. 82,804. 8. Okay, I'll write it in. I think I wrote that in right, yeah. Not a problem. Okay, dokie. Interesting. think it might have something to do with that. Potentially. Nope, he has mate. So he's threatening mate. So we gotta move quick. Let's say we play here. Yeah, rook. It's too slow because we can't really take advantage of anything because of the queen here. So if we played here, he moves back, and then he has this whole diagonal that's protected. That is interesting. That's what I'm thinking about. He has here and here. So you're saying after here, C8. One second, I'll be right back, guys. Just think about that to see. Oops. Just we'll just take a calculation on this. So we'll be right back. Let's see here. So we have E7, queen 7. I had a piece of cake. So I had some cake. I was like, I wanted to get a bite of cake before. So I was like, I got a little hungry, so I had a small piece of like angel food cake. Really good. So, but it gets in your teeth though. Oh, there we go. So there you go. Okay, let's see here. After king c8, queen e2. I mean e6. If king comes up, let's see if we play here. If he comes up here, we put. But remember, guys, we have a mating threat here, so we can't forget that. So if we play here, he goes here. Here, if he comes up here, I was thinking if we play here, sorry, oops, wrong one. If we play here, he plays there. I was thinking that, oops, queen could actually move back, check, and then if the king moves over here, we have potential check. And then if he comes up, we can actually, maybe we just check here to begin with. Morning, hey, how you doing? So we play there, he plays there. let's take a look to see if this works. Oops. What if he goes right here? I guess we have that, don't we? And then if he goes here, we have queen there. That's interesting, huh? It's funny that I feel that's right, but my instinct tells me that's right. Oh, I don't know. Wow. Missed that. Snap. Wow, you were right, 80, that was right. Drat. Okay, let's go back and take a look to see why that's right here. Okay. Let's take a look to see why queen here is wrong. It's a draw. Let's get it. Let's get it back, guys. We'll get this back. Come on, one more, and we'll be in the 2400. Let's get this one, cause I could do one more. Come on, we got this. Okay, let's get in the zone. Okay, what's the drawback to that move? Okay, hold on. We'll get that. I think we win. Yep, exactly. You're right about that. Let me see. Here, here, there, 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 and then there. I believe that's it. What do you guys think? Knight takes, rook takes, knight takes, rook takes, rook takes, takes. Yep, exactly right, economy. That's right. What do you guys think about that line? Hey Fox, what do you think about the line that I have here? Knight takes e5, rook takes d2, knight takes g6, rook takes d1, rook takes d1, f takes g6. But we can actually win the queen though. Do you see though? Knight takes c5, rook takes d2, knight takes g6, rook takes d1, rook takes d1, and then f takes g7. h4. What is h4? I don't get. What's h4? Oh, that is interesting. Yeah, if we play here and he takes, we're up in exchange. h4, but we're gonna lose our queen here. If we play h4, he takes our queen. So what have we agreed on? Are we agreeing on? I believe it's that. But what? And then if knight takes, we win with the queen. So. Whoa. That really socked it to that position. Hmm. Yeah. Wow, this is, wow. Oh boy, boy, boy. What are we missing here? What are we missing here? Remember, we got, oh, D5, yeah. That is interesting. Yeah, D5. Yeah. So D5 is the move. Nice find there, Fox. I can't believe I didn't see that. D5, I think, works best in this scenario. I think you're right with that move there. Okay. Perfect. We're 2402. Good job, guys. Do you have any other lines you guys want to go over and look at before I log? So what do you guys think? Do you have any moves you guys want to go over? Any more moves, Fox? Because if he takes here, yeah. Anything else? Oops, sorry, after that. Sorry, do you have any other lines you want to look at? Anything else, guys? Is everybody good? Okay. 1. Yep. Okay, we're all good. All right. Well, guys, you know what? Keep studying. Oh, remember, it's not a mistake if you learn from it. So don't think of them as mistakes. Think of them as how can I get if I lost advantage, how can I get that advantage back and it betters me. And you know what? Always remember, if there's any, also I want to say this, if there's any mothers out there, happy Mother's Day. That's what I wanted to say. So cool. Okay, I just wanted to put that in there before I log as well. And so guys, remember, study makes perfect. Okay, and always there's a plan in the position. You just gotta find it. And then when you do, you get to say this: I love it when a plan comes together. Okay, guys, as Wesley So says, serve the Lord Jesus as I say God bless. And I'll see you next time on Chess Cruncher TV. Have a blessed morning, afternoon, and evening. And continue to do great, guys. And I'll be back, Lord willing, tomorrow. Bye-bye, guys.